This is the BBC Live programme. Here is the news.
In light of recent events at Barrow, here is a 2-minute history of pigs in Ambridge. Phil Archer was very keen on pigs, setting up a breeding operation at Coombe Farm in 1953, and then in 1962 setting up a pig unit at Hollow Tree Farm. Joe Grundy also kept a couple of pigs in the 1970s, which unsurprisingly escaped and devastated the garden at Nightingale Farm. Grundy's returned to pig keeping when they bought Grundy's Field in 2003. In the mid-90s, John Archer decided that he wanted to expand the pig operation he was then running at Willow Farm with Neil and turn it organic, moving the herd to Bridge Farm, despite opposition from Neil, who felt organic farming was a flash in the pan. After John's death in 1998, Tom took over the Bridge Farm pigs with Hayley's help, but by 2005, the business was in trouble. Brian agreed to bail Tom out, but only if the pigs moved to Home Farm and lost their organic status. 3 years later, when Pat and Tony were buying Bridge Farm, they asked Tom to bring the pigs back, which led to an extended battle with Brian. In 2012, Borchester Land had plans to build a mega dairy on the Barrow estate. This aroused fierce opposition from many locals. Debbie had the bright idea of setting up a mega pig unit instead, but it was 6 years later in 2018 that the Barrow pig unit was actually created, and Susan was delighted when Justin Elliott offered Neil the job of manager. It hasn't all been plain sailing in the pig world. Ambridge saw an outbreak of swine fever in 1953, foot and mouth in 1956, swine vesicular disease in 1974, scouring in 1996, and a return of foot and mouth in 2001. Neil's concerns about biosecurity are hardly misplaced. On a brighter note, in 1996, filming took place at Lower Loxley, and Julia Pargeter learned she was to be in a scene with Marlon Brando. She was bitterly disappointed when she discovered that this Marlon Brando was actually a pig. Other notable pigs in Ambridge have included Colonel Danby's boar Edric, Phil Archer's beloved middle white sow Frida, finally sent to market in 1982, Tom's escapologist Duroc boar Eric, Susan Horrobin's Pinky, won at the Village Fete in 1973, which Neil helped to look after, Barbarella, Eddie Grundy's Berkshire sow, which he called Babs, and Basil, the boar with the low libido that Rex had problems with at Hollow Tree before he relocated to Lower Loxley. Missing from this list is Ed's Peppa Pig, so named by Poppy. Peppa Pig was in fact a Texel ram.